How do you actually get more frames and less delay on your PC, boys? In this video, I'll be showing you the exact steps that pros are taking to do this, by the way. And I'm not joking, these are some crazy tweaks. If I can ask for one thing in return though, if you can quickly leave a like down below, quickly subscribe to my channel, it will honestly mean so much to me. But without further ado, we're going to get straight into it today. And the first thing that I want to show you, boys, as well, is literally go into Task Manager right here whilst you're on a desktop, just like so. Click onto Task Manager. We have to right click on the bottom. Once you do this, you need to go to Startup right here. And I know so many of you are going to have so many apps right here, and it says status enabled. All this means is right when you turn your PC on, every single status that says enabled or on or anything like that, that will immediately turn on when your PC literally turns on. So for me, for example, right here, Microsoft Teams is enabled. Right when I turn my PC on, Microsoft Teams will open up in the background, and I literally didn't even know about it. Stuff like that is going to cause your frames to go all the way down. Of course, having one enabled just like that, you're not going to notice it too much. But imagine Microsoft Teams is enabled, Microsoft Edge is enabled, Epic Games Launcher, EA Creative Cloud. At that point, boys, you're losing out on 50% of your frames no matter what. So make sure all of your status is disabled just like so. And video broadcast is the only one that I'm going to keep on. Obviously, that can be on in the background because I record videos. That's the only reason that's on. Once you do this, by the way, you can minimize that. You don't need to save anything or do anything like that. Head over to the search bar. This time, literally search up Startup in the Windows search one. And again, what you want to do is turn off every single one, except obviously if you're recording a video just like me or anything like that, just keep it on. It's not that big of a deal. I know it says high impact. Of course, it would be better to have off, but obviously I can't do that. Once you do this, we can close this and go into our next tweak. For this next one, what you want to do, again, go over to the Windows, go over to settings. This time, you're going to want to search game mode settings. Once you go on game mode, now boys, I'm going to have to explain to you what on earth to do here. When game mode is on, Windows optimizes your PC for play. Boys, this isn't only some situations. It's not every single PC where it actually optimizes it. Sometimes it causes strain in your CPU, making your frames actually lower in some facts. Now, this is how to know if you guys should turn it on or off. Literally simple as this. If a Ryzen 3 or a Ryzen 5, so if you have a Ryzen 3 or a Ryzen 5, you need to have this off. I'm not joking, it will cause strain in your PC. You guys are going to see what I'm talking about. If you have a Ryzen 7 or a Ryzen 9, so quite a good CPU, you can turn this on. For me, I have a Ryzen 7, so I can keep this on. Or if you want to, you can go into Task Manager again, go into Performance, go on CPU right here. If you don't know what your CPU is, it will say it right here. AMD Ryzen 7, I have a really good CPU. My CPU can definitely handle game mode, and in my case, it will actually optimize it. And guys, if you don't know if you should have it on or off, join my Discord channel in the literal description below. Go into general, at me saying, Jinchi, this is my GPU, this is my CPU, should I have it on or off? I'll reply to every single one of you. Now, there's another situation why this happens as well. You need to search GPU, graphic settings is going to pop up. And again, this is the exact same thing. Hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, reduce latency and improve performance. This is going to be 50-50 for almost every single PC. I want every single one of you guys right now, if you have this on, to turn it off. See if you like it or not. Boys, I've tried with this on and off, and honestly, it is so much better to have it off on my PC. And I was like to some of my closest friends, guys, just turn this off, see if your PC feels better. They all did it, and their PC actually felt better. And obviously, if you have it off to start with, try turning it on, restart your PC, go into Fortnite or any other game that you want to try it on, see if it actually reduces your latency. But for me, this literally does not work whatsoever. And another thing as well, graphics performance preference. Some people go on browse and click on Fortnite right here, put it on high performance just like I've done to OBS. That you shouldn't do that, boys. It does no difference to your PC, but put even more strain on your CPU and GPU. So if you have Fortnite right here, you can literally remove it. You're not going to notice any difference whatsoever putting Fortnite here. Once you do this, you can close this. We'll go on to our next tweak. And for this one, it's going to be quite a deep tweak. So what you want to do is head over to the search bar right here, and what you want to do is system configuration. Once you go on system configuration, this is going to pop up. There's going to be 3 dots. Selective startup is the one that you guys are going to want to pick. So once you choose this, click the first 2 boxes just like so. Load system services, load startup items. Tick them too. Do not use the original boot configuration, because we're going to be making our own. We're going to be making one which is 10 times faster than the one you guys have right now. So go over to boot. Once you're on boot right here, timeout. Now again, this is quite tricky to find out, and I'll explain to it as simple as possible. 0 0 seconds is the best timeout. 5 seconds is the slowest timeout, but 5 seconds or more, you don't need to do that. So 5 is the maximum seconds that you're going to be putting here. Now, to know what second you guys need to put, if you have the best of the best PC, go on to 0 seconds. If you have an average PC, for me, I have quite an average PC. My CPU is, I guess, kind of good, but I play on 3 seconds. If you have a very bad PC, 5 seconds. And obviously, if it's in the middle, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, you guys get the gist. But for me, I play 3 seconds. Again, if you're not sure, go into my Discord channel, completely free, by the way. Literally just join it, go in general, and type what your specs are, and I'll tell you your timeout, what you should be playing. Another thing you guys need to do, go on to advanced options, and right here, most of you won't be playing with this, but make sure you tick number of processors. This needs to be on, and to know what number you need to play on, go back into your task manager, go on to CPU, AMD Ryzen 7, blah blah blah, 8 core processor. I need to be playing with 8 cores. Now, some of you may have 16, some 4, some 6, but for me, I need to play with 8 because that's how many cores I have in my processor, so I want them all to be working, obviously. If you have this off or one out of your 8 cores are going to be working. You don't want that, boys. Make sure you click the amount that you can play on. Once you do that, press apply, press OK, just like so. You're going to have to restart, but of course you can do that at the end of this video. So press do not show this message again, exit without a restart. So at the end, we'll restart our PC. Now, another thing I want you guys to do, literally all follow along with me, because again, this is kind of tricky to find. Go onto your task manager. Once you're on task manager, go on services. I'll make it full screen for you guys. Go on to open services. Once you're on open services, it will look like this. I know it looks so confusing, but honestly, this is so worth it to do. I want all of you guys to scroll all the way down until you find all the Xboxes. There should be 4 at the very bottom: Xbox accessory, Xbox live authenticator, Xbox game. You guys get the gist. I want you to disable every single one, or obviously put it on manual. It's exactly the same thing. Disable or manual, it literally doesn't matter. Look, I'll put it on disable for you guys. So make sure you go through every single one and put it on disable. These are services in the background of your PC that are on, by the way. So whilst you're playing Fortnite, the Xbox services are on, and these cause so much strain on your CPU. It's honestly crazy. So make sure you disable all of those. The only reason you shouldn't disable it, by the way, is of course, this is self-explanatory, if you're using the Xbox services. So for example, if you're using Xbox to clip stuff on your PC, you don't disable all of this. I'm sorry, I know I should have said that at the start, but most of you watching this video probably don't use Xbox or anything like that, so it's completely fine to disable these, and you'll see an instant increase in performance once you do this, by the way. Once you do this, we can go into our next one, and for this one, we want to right click on our desktop. Nvidia control panel is what we're looking for. Once it takes a second to load, I'll show you guys what to do, just like so. It's literally on it already. Adjust desktop size and position. Once you're on this, you have to select a scaling mode. Now, most people don't know which scaling mode to click, and I'll give it to you guys in order. The first best one is no scaling. Second best is full screen. Third best is aspect ratio, and you could put integrated scaling in the bin, boys. You don't need to use that one at all. It's the worst one by far. Now you guys are probably thinking, why don't we all just go on no scaling? What's the point telling us this? Because I want every single one of you guys right now to go onto no scaling, press apply. Now, if it works and your PC is completely normal, that's completely fine. That's mean it's worked. But if you have black bars on the side of your screen, unfortunately, you'll have to go to the next level down, which is full screen. Press apply, press OK, see if the black bars are gone. If they're gone, perfect. If they're not, again, you're gonna have to go to aspect ratio, and this is where it works for every single PC. But for me, I can play no scaling. My PC does it fine, my monitor does it fine. Perform scaling on, display 100%, override the scaling mode set by games and programs. Make sure you do override it, because obviously if you don't have this button ticked, you can go onto Fortnite, and let's say it plays on integrated scaling, you're already at a disadvantage because it's got so much delay. Having that one button ticked is honestly such a big difference, so make sure you have that one button ticked. I can't stress that enough to you guys. And of course, you guys know what a resolution you want. I'm not going to go into depth on this. Refresh rate, of course, 240 Hz. Once you close that, boys, that is the end of this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please do leave a like down below, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.